The Science Guy. Brought to you by rocks.
Did you ever stop to think that the whole world is covered with rocks? And every rock used to be different. When you're looking at a rock, you're looking at history.
Careful.
See, all the rocks in the world used to be melted rocks, what we call molten rocks. Molten. Like this molten rock in here. And do you see the bubble on top? It's from the heat. It's just like the rocks that come out of volcanoes. Rocks like this, rocks like this, rocks like these. See these pits? They were formed by bubbles in liquid rock that came out of a volcano. Now sometimes the rock from volcanoes will come up onto the Earth's surface. Now when these rocks get on the Earth's surface, they push other rocks down. It pushes down on the layers below. Push the old rocks down. Push them down, and they'll squeeze together and swirl around. And when they blend together, they form a new type of rock, like the minerals that are swirled together in this piece of marble. Anyway, wind and rain moving over the Earth's surface break rock down into sand. And sometimes enough water will flow through the dust and sand, mix them together, push it around, and it'll dry out again and turn back into rock like these. Good thing I have my safety glasses on. Now this process where rocks are formed, broken down, and reforming as they come out of the molten earth and turn back into dust, into rocks again, has been going on since the world was formed. Billions of years ago. Rocks! Rock! Rocks! Rocks!
Rocks are formed in different ways. All the material in this sandstone once belonged to other rocks. That rocks.
Scientists like to think of three types of rock. Now, the first type you might call igneous rock. Igneous rock. Now, igneous comes from the word for fire. You know how you ignite the candle and you have igneous rocks? You know, igneous, ignite, that's from the word for fire. So see how the candle wax drips down the outside of the candle? Well, igneous rocks are often formed when hot lava drips down the outsides of volcanoes, and it cools to form rocks like this granite. See? The next type of rock we call sedimentary rock. Now, sediment, that's silt, mud, goop in rivers. So if you have a river and it's washing sand, mud, or silt, sediment, downstream, well, eventually the river may dry up or drain away, leaving the sediment, the sand, silt, or mud. Now, this sand would be heavy. It crushes down on itself, like this, squeezing itself together. Till eventually, after the water is completely drained away, after a few thousand years, you end up with a rock like this one. See the layers? Sedimentary rock often has layers in it because that's the way sand washes downstream in a river. Now, the last type of rock is sort of a combination of the other two. We call it metamorphic rock. Now, metamorphic means it's changed, it's metamorphosized. So, if you look at this, this is rock that was once sand, but it's been smushed together by huge pressures under very high heat. Pressure and heat, smashing the rock till it's just crushed flat like this. See, heat and pressure formed another rock.